Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Shadowrun Hong Kong. We're going to take this side entrance to go talk to Strangler Bao, but we're going to use the secure terminal first. Now, I found out it's not Isobel, it's Isobel, and I'm just going to call her ISO now for short because I love the Tron reference. I'm going to ask her to jack in. Oh, it's not her just using decking. Nice. Well, let's go ahead and see what the Matrix looks like. Apparently they upgraded the Matrix from previous games. And... oh. Interesting. And there's an watch your IC. How cool is that? Okay, ISO. System trace 5 out of 60. System response level 60. Yeah, this is definitely better. Okay, we're gonna try and run. Ah, crap. Hello. Plus 20 trace. Execute shield IP, so we have a Bob. That's good. Medic 2.0, Sniffer 2.0, Killer 2.0, Suppression 1.0. So let's use Killer. That's always been our meat and potatoes when we were in these games. Crit. And didn't get hit yet. That's good. Alright, system trace is at 45 out of 60, which is not good. Let's get back into the patrol. Alright, now we run. I assume this is the portal we need to take. Oh, you even have like the 3D blocks here obstructing your view. That's awesome. Now I think the lock is down there, but maybe we can get the combination to that locked door we tried to use the combination code over here. And that looks like a gate. Huh. Alrighty. This is harebrained. This is an amazing way to do it, to tell you the truth. So awesome. And the blocks aren't going to help, so we're gonna rush. Oh, I was gonna try, and we just set off an alarm, and we got blocker IC, white IC. Awesome. There's 100. Guess we're gonna have to take out these guys one at a time. And Sniffer increases your chance to hit. I'm not going to worry about that right now. ISO seems to be handling herself well, and we're behind cover. Good. Excellent. Let's take out this walker. Okay, ISO is definitely no one to be trifled with. So we haven't been hit yet. Let's go for Killer again. For 150 IP damage. And we're going to rush right up here to this IC. There's a little bit of oh, there's the hatch deadbolt. Okay. Cool. So it was a little bit different. Blocker IC. Well, how exactly do we take out the blocker IC then? Ah, I see. I see how to kill the IC. So he's the gatekeeper. How cool is that? Okay, so the deadbolt is now open. And look, ISO actually just glides along the matrix instead of running. That's cool. So let's see what's through this gate. And we already got a 60 out of 60. So whatever's going to pop up is going to pop up. Yeah, here we go. Exotic animal dealer contracts. Lotus Den access codes. Ah, that's the ticket. One shot. Now let's look at the exotic animal dealer contacts. Gonna get ourselves some money. And security override key code. So we'll take a quick detour on the way out, and then we'll take that side entrance. Love what they've done with the Matrix. So good. Because now it's a little bit of Metal Gear as well as combat. So, let's go into our mission items. Data stick 7881. Alright. Let's go, guys. I also went to put the camera on automatic so I'm not having to right click so much. 7881. Okay, Shan. Was it? It was 7881, wasn't it? Or did I munson that up? Master code works on door. Oh, all doors inside the Lotus Den. Well, that's unfortunate. Was there anything else that may have given me a clue how to use that? Okay, pay data, exotic animal dealer. Could be worth some money on the Shadowland BBS. So they did keep the BBS. That's awesome. Well, at least we know how to get through some of the security doors up here. So let's enter the Lotus Den. And the game's saved, so... And let's see what we got. We've got SimSense vending machine. I guess we'll head this way. This SimSense machine has been left unlocked for restocking. There's a packaged data chip still in the tray. Alrighty. Wonder what the SimSense chip is for. Maybe we'll find out a little bit later. There's probably someone all kinds of in a state. And to rooftops, open door. That's the main entrance, it looks like. That's probably where we'd go through if we had killed those guys waiting. Door panel. So let's go in here first. Because we have to try not to kill any of these guys, though. We'll give it a shot. 57 new yen. That's some thug's pocket money. And can't go through there. Bathroom. That's where we got the chip. So far, so good. High set keypad has been set into the frame. 7881. Ah. Strangler Bao. Well, that didn't take long, did it? A large man in his 50s stands waiting, his heavily tattooed arms held in a fighter stance. His bone structure is heavy. Corded muscles stands out on his arms and chest. In his youth, he must have been enormous. He doesn't talk as so much as emit a low rumble. I don't know how you got in here, but you got my attention. Good. I have a message from Kindly Cheng. A message from Cheng? I can't wait to hear you mangle it. He chuckles to himself. You speak Cantonese so well, but before I hear it, I have a little message for her, too. You tell Kindly Cheng that her operations are done in the walled city. Strangler Bao has given himself a promotion. And tell her if she sends any more errand boys to visit him with another message, Strangler Bao is going to send him back in a box. You think you can tell her that, errand boy? Should I write it down for you in English? Ooh. Hold out the data stick. Just slot the stick, listen to the message, and I'll be gone, okay? Yeah, let's do that first. I don't get to hear you butcher the message. I'm sad. He grabs a small plastic drive from your hand and slots it into his trid player. It's probably going to kill him. Kindly Cheng stands erect, speaks directly to the camera. Mr. Bao, as everyone knows, you are a man of swift action. I respect that. And because of that respect, I will get right to the point. I know where your money is coming from. I know that you have friends working for Straw Sandals like myself. They have been siphoning funds from their organizations. I know about the noodle shop that you launder the money through. I have tasted their broth and found it wanting. The old woman becomes flinty hard. You have been stealing from the Yellow Lotus, glorifying yourself with revenue that we have earned. And I have files to prove it. Bao's eyes widen as files begin to filter across the screen. Receipts, bank reports, personal communications between himself and his men. Kindly Cheng continues speaking, smooth and casual. Now, in light of our recent conflict, you might be wondering why I am keeping this information to myself. Why I haven't exposed you so you could be dragged from your lotus den by the balls and slowly roasted on a rotisserie spit. In truth, I respect your ambition. You have a lot to learn about candor and loyalty, but I believe you still have value. I am still willing to work with you. However, in order for that to happen, we need to come to an understanding about the nature of our partnership. Kindly Cheng steps forward and fills the screen. I own you, Bao. You and all your men. You are my fracking playthings. Dolls to twist and pose as I see fit. I am in this position because I am far better at this than you, and it's time that you learned it. Accept what I am telling you and we can get back to business. Prosper together. But if you continue your little rebellion, I will mail tiny pieces of you to your children and take their picture as they open the package. She produces one of her thin black cigars, lights it, holds the smoke for a long time. You have 24 hours to return to the fold. If you aren't here licking my heels by then, the information will be released and you will become food for fish. Your choice, Bao. 24 hours. The message winks out. Strangler Bao turns away from the screen slowly. His skin is ashen. Get out. He pauses, casts his eyes to the floor. And tell Mrs. Cheng to expect me at Swift Winds tomorrow. He stands up straight. Tomorrow morning. I will. Thank you for your time. Go. Just go. All right. Well, that was a nice, successful mission. Now, my question here is, should we take the back entrance? Let's be safe and take the way that we came. That way we don't fight the triad at the front gate. Because they may not be happy that we just suddenly came out through their boss's headquarters. And return to Hoi. Oh, alright. Is our business here concluded? Do not kill any Yellow Lotus and repair the walled city. Yeah, we did that. Duncan and ISO must survive. Job well done. Wu holds up his hand for everyone to stop, turns to the two of you and hooks his thumbs in his belt. Well, that was the thing. Never thought I'd be shuttling messages between criminals and a Hong Kong syndicate. Can't imagine what Raymond would have wanted in the walled city. This place just feels wrong. No kidding. There's something off about it. This place makes you feel like your life has no value, like there's just no point to anything. He sighs and looks at your companion. Great life you have here, runner. Isobel ignores the barb. She's too pleased. I can't believe it. We actually delivered Auntie's message without anyone dying. I've had enough of triads. Let's get out of this pit. I'm with you, Gunshow. I don't need to see this place ever again. Gunshow? Seriously? Wu's goggles point down at Isobel. That's not going to stick, is it? Yeah, I think it's going to stick there, Gunshow. Let's go. See what exactly... I wonder what's on that stim chip that we got. It's hard to shake off the walled city. Its gravity clings to you as its wretchedness, itself has grown tentacles. The sounds of suffering subside, but their echoes still thrum your insides. Isobel walks quickly, regularly checking over her shoulder as if expecting pursuit from the buildings themselves. She hugs her cyberdeck to her chest as if protecting a small child. Wu pauses a moment and breathes a sigh of relief when you finally reach the streets. But returning to Hoi is like coming home. Suspicious looks and isn't like coming home. Suspicious looks and closed mouths to send smiling faces that billboard a universal message. You don't belong here. Time to report back to Kindly Chang and inform her that the message has been delivered. Get this business over with. Get your sin burned. Get on to the next step, whatever that is. You leave the city of darkness behind, heading to the Mahjong parlor and a date with a crime lord. I'm still curious about Club 88. Someone had commented that they think it's a reference to the Crazy 88 from Kill Bill. And I guess we're going to have to wait until we are able to get past the bouncer to see if we're attacked by a large gang of masked swordsmen. And a schoolgirl with a ball and chain. They're not worth it. Achievement unlocked. Karma 6. Let's go ahead and spend that karma first. See what we can do. We've got our quickness and dodge. We're going to have to start pumping up our attributes here before too much longer. Additional essence unlocks eviscerate for hand razors and spurs. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, I already had that. Never mind. Oops. Let's go to quickness. And that's pretty much the max of everything without... Can't get any new body. So let's get our strength up. We're a troll after all. There we go. Shan smash. Now let's see if we can actually get past the bouncer. Alright, like I said, members only. Shove off. I don't have my members only jacket, unfortunately. So, what is that? A large X formed by peeling duct tape. Don't stand on the X, you fool. Let's see. I heard that shuttle. I thought it was going to drop a bomb on me. That would have been amazing. Alright, nothing going on here. So let's head to the Mahjong parlor. Whoa, you're new. Maximum Law. Bins of electronics crowd every dry patch of deck space on this rusty old boat. A young man wearing bulky virtual reality goggles glances your way for a moment, then turns away in disdain. Who are you? He doesn't even look at you. Shop's closed. Get lost. Ah, alright. I think once we get the go ahead to operate from Kindly Chang, hopefully the people will be a little bit more accepting of us. I'm hoping at least. So, let's head in here. Hope you've been taking good care of our rat shaman while we've been gone. Kindly Chang watches you closely as you walk across the Mahjong parlor. As you approach, her lieutenant leans in, brings her mouth close to the Triad boss's ear. Chang smiles and nods, her eyes never leaving you. There's a twinkle in the straw sandal's eye. I've heard from Bao. He got my message very clearly, and I understand that there are no casualties created during your little delivery run. I am pleased and surprised. Isobel did a great job of guiding us. A wide grin. Did she? Good to know. My message was delivered and Strangler Bao is back in the fold, earning for me. As far as I'm concerned, our transaction is complete. While you were gone, I set the wheels in motion to wipe your identities. She pulls out her PDA, stabs a button with a lacquered fingernail. The order has been sent. Congratulations, you are now sinless. Shadow people. Wu exhales heavily. His eyes remain focused straight ahead, but his shoulders sag. We'll figure a way out of this, Duncan. Wu pulls himself up to his full height. There's only one way out of this, Caleb, and that's through it. Whoever gave the kill order on Carter has forced us to give up our identities, and took Raymond. He sets his jaw firm. That's all I can think about. Finding who did this, finding Ray. Kindly Chang holds up a hand. While I was working to get your sins burned, I also had my network look into Raymond Black's disappearance. I've been thinking about what you told me earlier, and I agree. She eyes the room carefully and leans in. I can't just let this lie. Someone killed my runners. It would be a sign of weakness to let the Yellow Lotus and the others, or to the Yellow Lotus and others if I do nothing. She rests her PDA on the mahjong table facing you. The Triad Boss's tongue slips from her mouth as she looks over the top, hunting for the right button on its upside-down interface. She finds it and looks up at you again. I have news to share with you, my darlings. The kind you won't like. Raymond Black is dead. She taps the button and a recorded newscast appears on the screen. Raymond's photograph appears on the screen behind a reporter standing on the docks in Victoria Harbor. It's a picture that you've seen before, a professional portrait taken for a press release about a youth center he was opening in the Redmond Barrens. Under Raymond's photos are the words, Seattle man killed. Another shooting involving the police department. A Seattle community organizer and industrial engineer was apparently shot and killed while resisting arrest at Victoria Harbor last night. HKPF police report that the UCAS man, Raymond Black, was behaving erratically and would not respond to police orders to surrender. No additional information regarding Black or why he was traveling to Hong Kong are available. Police have stated that due to this shooting's proximity to last night's shootout with the White Star, the investigation must remain confidential and no other details are being revealed at this time. Kindly Chang taps the button again, and the video closes. Wu puts his hands to his face. This just keeps getting worse. You were right, Auntie. That was news I did not like. Raymond's dead. Wu puts his hand over his mouth, trying to process the information. He sways, and for a moment, it looks as if he's going to pass out. Isobel reaches out to touch Wu, thinks better of it, and pulls back her hand. Sorry for your loss. I never had a father, so I don't know what it's like to lose one, but... sorry. Let's stick to business here. Wu probably wouldn't like any comforting hands. Raymond dies the same night we're ambushed? That's no coincidence. No fracking way. Kindly taps the video closed. She hunts around the keypad and selects another button. I'm afraid that's not all, my darlings. There's security footage from Victoria Harbor from last night. You'll find it contains a contradiction. The PDA shows silent, grainy video footage of Raymond sitting in a tea shop flanked by two guards. He's looking down at something in his hand, completely distracted. Oh, this is from the intro. The footage continues, and the camera displays several black-clad figures entering its field of view from different angles, guns ready. A tall, sharply dressed man in a suit walks briskly towards Raymond, flanked by two more. He was the guy who was in the face paint. Raymond stands to face him, and the camera gets a clear view of the suit's face. White plastic. Oh, it's a mask. His guards turn to draw weapons, and muzzle flashes erupt from all sides. One of Raymond's guards goes down, and his submachine gun fires wildly, hitting the camera. Wu puts his hands on the table and leans in. Those weren't cops, and Raymond wasn't resisting arrest? What's with that guy's face? Gobbet reaches up to stroke the rat perched on her shoulder. Is that a mask? Doesn't look like a mask. Looks like some sort of semi-rigid plastic implant. Real craftsmanship. She pushes out her lower lip in appreciation. It's quite the fashion accessory. It's also the kind of fashion accessory that stands out in a crowd. This guy's either a fool or an arrogant SOB. He sets his jaw firm. Either way, I'm going to find him. Kindly Chang watches Wu intently. I believe you. Wu stands back and turns to you. What now? We find out who this plastic-faced man is. Then we get some answers. With what resources? Chang's eyes sparkle. I'm afraid there are some facts you are going to have to face. She puts on a grave face. You are alone in this country. No network, no money, no identity. I can protect you from the police, but how would you go about discovering what happened to Raymond without me? How would you survive? This is a topic that requires serious consideration. Kindly wipes her hand across a stack of tiles, spreading the ivory-colored pieces across the table. You've had a very long night, my sweets. Very long. And frankly, you all look like dreck. Rest now. I promise you safety in my town for the night. We'll talk about the plastic-faced man tomorrow. kindly gestures to Gobbet and Isobel. Ladies, go find our new friends a place to bed down in that rat's nest squat boat you call home. We'll all talk after you've slept. Figure out our next steps together. Yes, Auntie. Yes, Auntie. Thank you for the help, Auntie. We've got to keep on being gracious. We need to stay polite with her, otherwise we are going to be sleeping with the fishes in pieces. Of course, my sweet. Kindly Chang smiles and her black button eyes flash cold. What are friends for? Yeah, that's not foreboding at all. Objective added. Get some sleep. No problem. We will go ahead and do that. Let's take a look at the at this run-down boat that is apparently going to be our base of operations. Up here, maybe? Oh, that's the one with the big hole in the side, isn't it? I think so. Let's rig up here and look. Yep, so it is. Well, let's go ahead and see. You two can bunk here for a while. She nods with her nose toward a hatch. The head's over there for you to take care of your necessaries. It may look communal, but try to knock before you enter. Seriously. I know the drill. Wu turns to you. Stinks of fish, just like that place we squatted at Leary Avenue back when we were kids. The one with that Atzland family and their dog. You hated that dog. He kept digging out of my food stash. No matter where I hid it, he'd find it and scarf down a week's worth of grub. He wipes his nose with a gloved hand. Still, it was sad what happened to him, and the family. No one should go out that way. He stretches, and his spine pops like a handful of firecrackers. I think I've been up for something like 36 hours straight. He drops his arms, and this has been one dreck stain of a day. Time to end it. York turns to you, raises an eyebrow. Anything you need before I leave you to it? Is there a place for my stuff? Yeah, check the locker over there. You can stash your stuff in it. No one will touch your things in there. It's a lot bigger than it looks. Well, I'm not going to ask them all these personal questions about the place, so... I'm going to grab some sack time, too. Good. You look like you could use it. We'll go see Kindly in the morning. Figure out our next move. And we can walk around here. Is this our terminal? Nope. Nothing yet. Get the grand tour. And there's our locker stash. Okay, cool. Confirm. And it looks like everyone else has their own room. Yeah, there's Duncan. And the ladies are upstairs. Awesome. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. We've gotten in good with Kindly Chang, both for good and ill. And we got to find the plastic-faced man and get to the bottom of this. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, go ahead and click like down below. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment. That'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.